Hi friends, Chandrasekhar here again, delivering the lecture in series of grahas, and now we come to second graha, the most important, or from the graha from which, or the planets from which all planets have arisen, all the nakshatras, the universe, sun. We have already seen in the earlier lecture. Now we will go to the next one, which in order of days, weekdays, happens to be moon. Here also another significance. One ancient text called Chandrakala Nadi says, Chandra Lagnam Shariram Syat. Lagnam Syat Pranasandikam. Tevai Ubhe Parikshaiva Sarvanadi Phalam Spruta. This means moon, that is Chandra, is body, Lagna, the ascendant, is the pran, the life force within that body, and therefore when you want to understand the results of all nadis of course also means pulse, it also means time, so this is a very fine unit of time that they are talking about. After examining both the moon and the ascendant, one should understand that all the results of the nadi would be understood. So this gives the indication of the importance that is placed on moon and moon lagna. That is, wherever moon is placed, that Rashi would be called as the Chandra lagna. Whereas the ascendant, the Udita lagna, the lagna which rises on the eastern horizon at the time of birth of the Jataka, is called the lagna proper. So now this has a twin meaning in a way. He talks about moon being the lagna, sharira, the body, and lagna being the life force within that body, has multiple meanings. In North India, at many places, astrologers generally, when they draw a horoscope, they would put Rashi housing the moon at the place of lagna as ascendant and draw one chart, and then they would draw another chart which has the regular ascendant, the Udita lagna, as in the place of lagna, and the chart is drawn, which is in South India called the Rashi chart. Many a times it is called lagna chart in the northern part of India, some parts of India, not all, because India is a vast country and there are different systems followed at different places. So we should know that moon has an importance. It is also Bala, it is the young child, and so naturally, unless this body lives, there is no sense in predicting something else. So moon has its own importance. Moon is also referred to in Veda. They call it Chandrama Manaso Jataha. Jata means one born, and Chandrama is moon, and moon is the mind of a person. So we can understand that moon and body working in unison would give some good results. So what is moon? We know it has a variable nature. Mind also has a variable nature. Moon represents mother. Mother, when looking at her own progeny, would be emotional. So emotions, mind are ruled by moon. Moon has white color. It is said to be round. Unlike what people generally think, it is known to be lusty. I'll tell the story about it later on, because iconography and stories were used in ancient sciences to convey a complex subject easily. Even when we were child, we were told different stories, because they are sort of telling something large in a large and descriptive manner to make you understand a very fine point. Not only in astrology, in all Vedic sciences, that is the system. So let us not digress. Moon is variable, as you know. It is never the same size from one tithi to another. We know that there are 30 tithis which are calculated on the basis of distance between sun and moon in degrees. Every 12 degrees is one tithi, and farther that moon goes from sun, he becomes brighter. As I have told in earlier lectures, the brightness of planet also indicates its strength, because that is when it is able to influence our mind the most. Mm. Luna, lunatic, and all those things, the ebb and tide of sea is also to some extent dependent on full moon, and new moon is also a very well known fact. So let us not go into that. Moon is a representative of mind. When any planet is with moon, the planet gains strength. And as I think in one of the earlier lectures I said, Indu Sarvatra Bijabhyo, moon is seed of everything, one's mind is also seed of everything. Your mind will decide what action you will take and eventually what would be the results, as I had explained in earlier lectures. So now it is said that a full moon has Pakshabala, and the Pakshabala, that is the fortnight strength of moon, is also its strength of known to be equal to its strength in Vakrabala. That is, when other planets are retrograde, they gain in strength, moon gains in strength with the Pakshabala. Obviously, because in both the cases they are away from sun, so they are at their brightest. And now one has to understand that Kshirendu, when moon is weak, he is treated to be malefic. Now this malefic and benefic has to be understood in the proper perspective. What happens when he is less strong? Naturally the effect that other planets get because of his strength would be reduced. If moon is very weak, that is known as the Balarishta, moon in the 6th, 8th or 12th house with malefic aspecting it, can indicate some serious health issues to the one born within about 7 to 8 years of his life, first 7 to 8 years of his life. That is also one of the way of fixing the lagna. When you are not certain what would be the right ascendant, you have a small time frame of about 2.5 hours within which you have to decide. So at that time we should look at moon. As we said, if somebody is alive, it is the body. If that body is alive, something will happen. So moon's importance is always there. If mother is healthy, the baby is also likely to be healthy. If mother is a very stable person, in all probabilities her progeny will also be of stable nature. But one thing about moon you have to understand is that you will find that moon, when he is full, or when he is possessed of Pakshabala, he has strength of the fortnight, and he is a full moon, you will find 99% of the time that person is very emotional. So everything in astrology has to be taken in proper perspective. You will find people with new moon would not be easily disturbed, whatever may be calamity. So this thing we have to understand. What is moon and how it is described in Vedas is also something I would like to take in very short period that the YouTube videos allow. Moon was said to be married to all the 27 constellations who were supposed to be daughters of Daksha Prajapati, the first progenitor of everything. And he got enamored with Rohini. Now, one of the daughters of Daksha Prajapati, you can find that when we look at the position of the constellations or nakshatras, actually, properly called the nakshatras, constellations are a bit different. But let us not digress from the basic subject. He fell in love with Rohini and would neglect every other nakshatra. Now, this Rohini nakshatra falls in Taurus, which is the Rashi where moon gains exaltation. And then what did it lead to? All these other 26 went to their father and requested that tell him not to only look after her, also look after us, because we are also married to this great moon who was beautiful, who was, women were attracted to him and all that. And so Daksha Prajapati requested him, he did not listen, and then in anger he was cursed that he will get Kshaya. Now Kshaya is gradual reduction. We can equate it to tuberculosis. See, the waxing and waning of moon is being explained in a very nice manner, in an allegorical manner by the sages, so that even astrologers understand it. Unfortunately, many a times, many astrologers think that Purana have nothing to do with astrology, or astrology has nothing to do with other Vedic sciences. No, that is not true. Yeah, it is a science, and if we even look at Purana in a scientific fashion, we will understand. So now you get the lust of moon bringing some problems to him when he is at his brightest, isn't it? So what happens is this, then naturally he went to Lord Shankara and then he gave him a bull, and so to protect him from the curse he allowed him to sit on his head, but because he was yogi, so he was not disturbed because of moon being there. The emotions did not disturb him, is one of the way of telling it. And then he said, whatever happens, you have done a mistake, so you will have to undergo punishment. In Hindu Dharma, there is no, like you don't get pardoned only because you seek some pardon and you have done it, you have to pay for it. So he said, ki you will grow gradually. You will, as Daksha Prajapati has said, you will gradually decompose. Kshaya. Kshaya also has another meaning, which is tuberculosis, which is a wasting disease. But at the time of new moon, you will still have one kala left in you. 1/16th of the part would still be there, and then you will go on growing till you reach the full moon state. This was one of the pools. Another story, another way it is explained in Linga Purana and other Puranas is that sun goes on giving, amrita to moon so that he reaches the full state of full moon. You can see that because as he goes on going away from sun, one way, so forward of sun, ahead of sun, he gains his strength, that is Shukla Paksha, the bright full time. And then the gods will start drinking from that Amrit, the nectar, and you will go on getting reduced till the new moon day. So this is how moon is described, and you will understand that when he gains full strength, he can become lusty. So, but lust has many connotations, let us not go into that. So unlike what is generally thought that if full moon is there, that person has a very steady mind. No, he would have steady mind, but he would be very emotional. Take it from me, and you can experience it in the charts that you come across and during course of your analysis and helping others. And moon has, as I said, the capacity of giving strength to other planets. That doesn't necessarily mean that his mind gets strength. So we have to understand that moon with the planets who are deep thinkers or who aspect him like Saturn can sometimes give a tendency of having a negative attitude towards anything happens to him or her. The Jataka might go in depression. So this has to be understood. Rahu with moon. Rahu creates illusion, as we will see later on. And why? Because the video is anyway extending the limit within which I want to keep it within 15 to 20 minutes, because that is generally the attention span. Actually it is 10 minutes, but I hope astrologers will listen to what I am saying. So this Rahu with moon can create fear of unknown. This has also to be understood. So because Rahu will cloud the mind, and a clouded mind will have fear of unknown. Even many a times of snakes appearing in the dreams or whatever can happen. It would not always be snakes. That could happen when he is in the 12th house of sleep. And so this is moon. Moon has another ability. He is a watery planet. So you have to understand moon aspecting the 5th house or the 9th house can also give ability to understand many different things, many different sciences, because these are 5th and 9th are, as we have seen in the Bhava chapter, are the representatives of acquired knowledge. It is not necessarily academic knowledge. Anything that the Jataka learns, he may be able to absorb it well. And so moon's aspect is good, because wherever moon, whichever we say sits in Indian languages, vastu jahan wo baitha hota hai, but whichever bhava he occupies, he creates a variation in that bhava. So if he is in the 5th house, his acquired knowledge would be a bit mm, hazy, if I may call it that, or variable. If he is in the ninth house, he will have variable faith in anything, because ninth represents the faith, the dharma, also the righteous duty. So his understanding of duty will always change. His faith in somebody would be changeable. Whereas in third house, he would give understanding of great things, because he aspects the ninth. In the fifth house, 11th house, he will again give the capacity to understand different things, acquire knowledge. And but when he is in 11th, naturally the income will be variable of that jataka. If in third, the relations with the sisters or brothers would be variable, even the courage will be variable. And so this is how you look at moon. He is supposed to be malefic when weak from the Shukla Ashtami, the 8th day of the bright fortnight. He goes on gaining strength and starts losing after he is full moon till the 8th tithi of the dark fortnight. During this time he is supposed to be strong. After this, I mean from the 8th tithi of dark fortnight to through the new moon to the 8th tithi of bright fortnight, he is supposed to be weak, and weak moon is supposed to be malefic. But there are different opinions. Some sages say no, he is only he is to be treated as malefic when he is from 14th day of the dark fortnight through new moon to the first day of the bright fortnight. My personal opinion is he always remains a benefic, but his ability to deliver is reduced during the period from 14th day to the 14th day of the 14th tithi, we can call it, that is the proper word in Vedic astrology, of the dark fortnight to the first tithi of the bright fortnight. However, from Krishna Ashtami, that is 8th tithi of the dark fortnight through the new moon day to the 8th of, he is relatively weak. But this weakness is not necessarily bad. The emotions would not be very overt, and he would not get easily disturbed. So, as I said, in astrology, everything has its use in proper place. At right place, he would be very good, and at the wrong place, of course, he would play a problem. Every planet does that. Every planet has different connotations, and every planet's even weakness or maleficence can be used properly through applying some mind to it as to what exactly this is likely to do, and that is how we overcome the problems. We cannot eliminate anything, we cannot, but we can reduce the negatives, we can increase the positives of any chart through proper action. That is what Lord Krishna said when he said, Karmanye vadika raste ma phaleshu kadachanam. You have only right to do the right or wrong, whatever karma. The results are not in your hands, because at certain point of time they may not be immediately visible, they would be visible later on, whether bad or good. So moon has so many connotations, you have to remember. Don't be afraid that just because moon is in debility that that person doesn't have a mind. No, that is a very wrong way of looking at it. Look at it, maybe he will be able to sustain problems, he will be able to face whatever problems, he would not be disturbed. It is more like an allegory that I like to give to my students is, look at moon, he is a watery planet. If glass is full of water and you start walking, that water is likely to spill over. Whereas if there is no water, it is not likely to spill over, so mind is not going to get disturbed. So, having understood this, another factor about moon we have to understand is his ability to give strength. Not only that, how moon operates, he also represents mother. See, when you go in moonlight, you feel nice, you feel protected. So, moon also rules over herbs which cure, And you have to understand that had sun, as I had said earlier, sun gives life to the herbs, makes them dry, gives them the exact chemical composition which allows them to help you. But if sun is there all the while throughout the day, so if there is harshness throughout the day, the planets will go on growing and finally lose the strength to grow and die. So as you need sun and sunlight for chlorophyll to come, you also need a period of rest which is given by moon, and that is why moon is connected with the herbs. When they are green, that is when they get rest. With your mother you get rest. If you are a kid, somebody hurts you, you go to your mother. You rarely go to father unless you want to fight somebody. You don't go to father, you go to mother. She provides the care. Moon provides the care. But at the same time, you have to understand he is a bit emotional. Where strong the emotions are more, lust is also part of him. So don't understand that moon is, all caring and everything. He has different connotations, different areas where he acts in a different manner. Whichever bhava he occupies, he will give variable results. Now these variable results can be converted into good things. Like moon in 6th may make that person change his job again and again. I would advise him to be in a career where change itself is good, like in IT, or nowadays of course in most of the private jobs, if you change after 2.5 years, you grow. But more so in marketing, in advertising, these are the areas. If you are in the same job for more than 4 or 5 years, then generally the new employer or anybody whom you go to would think that you are not worth any progress, you don't get anything, that is why you are in that same job. So you find out a job like that, or import or exports, because these are variable, the exchange rate change, the demand changes, other countries start supplying. So these are areas. Milk, which can spoil sometimes, sometimes give you good dividends, also comes under influence of moon. So moon has any liquid also, because he is a Jala planet, he is a watery planet, he is a female, he is called the Stri Graha. And one important thing about moon is, if moon is aspecting the 5th house, that Jataka will have at least one progeny. Whether male or female would depend on the Rashi that it is aspecting, because 5th house ultimately is the progeny. But even in great difficulties, you can tell him that I think one is almost a certainty, because sometimes people don't get progeny for a long time. Now why moon and progeny? Because moon is the original, when ova and sperm combine, and it is in a color form, they call it the fluid form, about to attach to the uterus and start getting sustenance from it. That period is also ruled by moon. So he has the capacity to but give one child. More are possible, not possible, depending on other planets aspecting the 5th house. But this is what I think astrologers should remember, because that is one thing which comes to mind when, or the problem is there when people approach you, especially if girls pass 30 or 35 years or even 40 years, and then they get panicky whether I will have a child or not. Even males have that panic when they are old or their spouse is old, because it has been drilled in our mind that if people cross 30, 35, getting children is difficult. If you read more and more cases, you will find that is not the case. Even as recently as 5 days back, there is a report of a woman getting pregnant and delivering a healthy child at 55 years of age. So even the great Varamira said that unless the woman is either barren or her menses have stopped, she can always get a child. So my dear friends, because moon is child, so I am talking about child. When moon is weak and aspect of malefics positioned in the Trika Bhavas, there is a possibility of huge problem to the Jataka when he is born, and for first 8 years you have to be careful. You don't know whether it will live or not, and so during that time it is wise not to predict for future, because unless one lives, he is not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of what is indicated by his chart. Actually, Sage Parashara says till 12 years you cannot assess even what will be the life of the Jataka. So my friends, I hope this has given you a different perspective of looking at moon, and if it helps your prediction, I would be very happy. As usual, I would request you to go on commenting on the lectures of mine and advise me whether you like them. Even if you don't like them, I am fine with it. If there is some other viewpoint, I would also learn from you. So my friends, see you till the next lecture, which will naturally be on Mars, the third in order of in the weekdays, and the fighter. So we have got Sun, the king, now Moon in the planetary cabinet, it is the queen. So you have to remember that people with Cancer Lagna would be soft dictators. You would not understand that they are dictators, they would still be dictators. They would be much loved by their subject. This is something besides, because that will come in Rashis sometime if I think that that should be told, but if you understand Rashis, there is nothing to worry about. Moon in Lagna will make decision making difficult. Immediate decisions will be difficult for that person to make, because as we see, Moon, wherever he occupies, he creates some variables there, and Lagna is your entire personality. So that wavering nature, especially at the time of purchase of clothes or any new thing that you go for purchase, would be very obvious. That is also one of the way of trying to fix the Lagna. But at the same time, being the queen, it would get things done his way as Sun gets done, but Sun does it in a harsh manner, whereas Moon will do it in a manner you might not understand. You will understand it later on. Many of the dictators you will see who were very popular with the populace had or will have Cancer ascendant. So my friends, see you again till the next lecture. Thank you very much.